Hi, and welcome to my Real Sources news series, Quick Tips. I'm Debbie Fajardo, Director of Education for my Real Source, and we're dedicated to bringing you great content to help you navigate Paragon and all the resources we have. I hope you'll enjoy today's Quick Tip. Have you ever wondered what those colored dots were on the reports? That's what this week's Quick Tip is all about. Hidden in plain sight are those quick action links found on every listing report. What do? Those colored dots are deep links to other products we offer, like HomeSnap. It's one of my favorite. We can easily access those photos in HomeSnap right from the quick action link. Another very important one is the single property website. It's for you to share your listings to Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. We also have two different tax integrations, BS&A and Realist. When you need the public tax records on a property, the link gets you to that property without a need to search any further. We also have Market Stats, RPR, Cloud CMA. We have two different reports you can pull here. The first one is for the flyer. The second one will create a property report. We have Transaction Desk, and of course we're all very familiar with scheduling a showing. So let's take a deep dive into our quick action links. You'll first see the little dollar sign. What's that for? That's the mortgage calculator. It brings in the listing information for you. So here's the list price, and you can change each one of these as you like. Maybe your length of loan, you're only going to go with a 20-year mortgage. And every time I tab through, it will change the numbers on here. And even if an HOA was entered into the listing, that will also be here as well. And you can add in whatever you like. Next, let's talk about HomeSnap. Now, you're very familiar with HomeSnap on your mobile device, but don't forget you can also access it on your desktop. You can send it in a message to your client or to the listing agent. Mark them as a favorite, even share the listings as well. And remember, you always have direct access to the listing agent or agents here. You can schedule showings, do a rapid CMA, do your safety timer. We all know and love HomeSnap Pro. History on the properties. Now remember, when you hover over the icons, they will show you what it is. So this is the history. And you'll see we do not delete listing information. This has been listed throughout the years. There's 2017, 2018, 2009. First recorded entry by Nancy Bolton of Bolton Johnston. The mapping. I would love to talk about the mapping. Now, one thing you notice, if you've seen my videos before, I keep my map in a hybrid view. If you don't like the hybrid, if yours comes up differently, just change it to the road. But what you can do is add different layers onto the map. Now, if you need a little bit more information about the parcel lines and the parcel ID, you can select to show the label to show the parcel ID when you've zoomed in a little closer. If you want to see where it lies in the municipality, and then add the municipality labels on there too, which is the names. And you'll see this lies in Grosse Pointe Farms. There's a lot more information you can add on here as well. Disclosures and documents. Actually, it is associated documents. Now, one thing that tripped me up was how to get back to the listing after this. Simply use the red back button, not your browser's back button. You'll only do that once or twice before you remind yourself not to do that again. The single property website. This is a great place for you to advertise your listings. You'll see that the listing agent is up here. Looks like Peter does not have his agent photo uploaded. The listing address, you can schedule a showing from here, but honestly, it is a request to the listing agent. To share your listings, Here's your quick buttons right here. You can even email it and add it to your LinkedIn. But the single property website is a phenomenal marketing piece for the listing agent or listing office. And there is no other marketing of any other agents here. It is all about Peter Dow. Now here are your two deep tax integrations. This property is in Grosse Pointe Farms. My Real Source covers your fees to BS&A when you click through the quick action icon here. And you'll see this is the live database. Everything that has been entered on the site, you have access to. And if you haven't taken this class before, it is a great class to take. There's even images, no sketches on this one, but there is tax information, building information, utility bill information. There is so much deep information here, and it's that deep linking. So once you're at the property in Paragon, you don't have to go search for it again. And the same with Realist. Realist collects information from each municipality, bundles it up, and sends it to us. So it is not the live database. This is coming from a third-party site, but it still has plenty of great information about the property, the taxes, mortgage history is at the bottom, characteristics of the house, and you'll see it is branded to you at the bottom. We also have market stats. You might be familiar with market stats, which you can also find under the resources icon. Actually, all these quick action links you can find right under the resources icon. So when we click market stats from the listing, it will bring us directly to Grosse Pointe Farms. And there you have it, Grosse Pointe Farms on the left. You can always add more information up top. The first report that always comes up is your median sales price. So as of August 2020, the median sales price is up 15.7%. Nice. RPR, the Realtor's Property Resource. And remember, the deep linking from Paragon to these other products will always bring you right to the same listing that you had in Paragon. This is what I like about RPR. This and their wonderful reports. Of course, you can do this in HomeSnap as well. The Street View. It's pretty cool. Now, why are there two different Cloud CMA buttons, and why is there a CMA button on one listing? Well, the first one is to create a flyer. So I'm going to go ahead and click the quick action link. Now, I've already created the report earlier, so what I'm going to do is just hit the cloud in the top left corner to get to my most recent reports. And here is the property report that I created, and also the flyer that I created. So let's go ahead and view the flyer. Now remember, these are all customizable. You can select your layout of photos, you can select your colors, and what kind of information you choose to share. The other one that I created was the property report. That's the second Cloud CMA button. And I picked my colors to be red and blue. Now this one I did decide to include all photos in here. Now remember, it's all about me and my smiling face. Each report is a little different, so it might depend on what your bottom looks like on every report. Here's your pertinence. And then I'm going to scroll a little fast to the bottom. Don't want to make you too dizzy. But here's all the photos. There were a lot of photos included this listing. So when I was creating my report, I selected all the photos to be shown in the property report. So that's why there's a lot. And this isn't something that you have to print and send to your clients. You can simply email it out after an open house or whatever you like. There we go. In here, we also have area schools, the distance, and these are clickable links as well. And then the area restaurants, which is fantabulous. I love this, especially for someone moving into the area. Going back to Paragon, transaction desk, and this is to start a transaction. So if you want to write an offer on this property, remember you'll want to apply a template, which was quick tip number 14, is creating your templates. I want to apply the template of the purchase package. That way I will make sure to bring in all the appropriate forms. Normally I would use the wizard. All right, and what I would like to show you off the bat is the forms and how they auto-populate. Now remember, if you would have used the transaction wizard and entered in more information, there would be even more information in here. You'll see the listing brokerage, listing agent, agent ID. All right, and see? We love having this information auto-populated. And of course, schedule a showing. Don't forget, you can always use showing carts to schedule more than one listing at a time. I hope you've enjoyed today's quick tip, and don't forget to keep watching, to subscribe to our YouTube series and hit the bell for reminders.